Um, I started doing circus in my mid-20s and sort of evolved into a career. And I guess that part was sort of an outgrowth of my search for self, my quest for a life that it felt like I could live. I guess I kind of was always looking for something like that. Even from a young age, I remember in school when they asked us, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I gave them the answer, leave me alone, I'm playing. So yeah, I guess the older I got, the more committed to playing I became. The seed that germinated this show, it's kind of a big seed because a lot of times in my career and my life as a performer, I'm sort of forced to only present a very narrow version of myself, very small range of my experience. Which has sort of always been the case, and even though now I'm presenting a version of myself that's a lot closer to who I want to be, still a lot that I can't talk about, a lot of many sides of myself that I can't quite express if I'm doing, a corporate event or a kid's birthday party. So when I got the chance to say anything I wanted and write the show that I wanted to write without any inhibitions on it, well, I guess that sort of opened a lot of doors for me creatively. So I decided to unpack all my trauma on stage. Just kidding, not all of it. I think at a really fundamental level, I'm writing this show for the 15-year-old who I used to be. Because I think that person really needed to see art like this. Really needed to hear a message like this. And having that motivation is really important for me internally because I know that I'm not unique. I know that if I needed that then, there were people then who needed it just as much. And there are probably people who need it just as much now. Right? We've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. So that's a big motivation. But I think, honestly, anyone who's ever questioned themselves or been afraid to be who they are or felt the pressure to be who other people want them to be could get something from this, right? Because all of those themes are there. All of those things are true, I think, for most of us. having messages of trans joy and excellence are really important. I know they've been really important for me. I never would have been able to come out if I hadn't seen the trans women that I know living wonderful and happy lives. And so part of what I want to do is pay that forward and be that person for the next generation. Because I think it's really powerful to see someone living uninhibited and loudly and unafraid of who they are, unashamed of who they are. Because when you see that, when you see someone taking up that space, it gives you permission to take up that space. And when you see someone being so unapologetically and authentically themselves, then you have a little bit more space to do that for yourself.